Hi, I did my project on Star Wars. So, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, some of the best Jedi and Sith Lords were being trained under the Old Republic rule, and one of the best Jedi actually emerges, and his name is Anakin Skywalker. So, Anakin Skywalker works with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that's where he is trained to become one of the best Jedi and pilots out there. But sadly, his emotions got the best of him, and he ends up following Emperor Palpatine to the dark side. And as we see throughout the whole movie series, these two work very closely to create their new form of government, which is the Empire. But before this happens, Anakin Skywalker has a wife, and her name is Padme. And Padme and Anakin have two kids, Luke and Leia, and they're split up at birth for their own safety. So Leia is brought to the planet of Alderaan, and I'm sorry there's no real pictures of Alderaan. It's actually blown up pretty soon into A New Hope. And Luke is brought to Tatooine. And as we've learned in the newer movies, Leia was actually exposed to the Force, but not that much. But Luke was brought during The Empire Strikes Back to Dagobah, where he worked side by side with Master Yoda to become and train to be a Jedi. And one of the most famous scenes of this whole entire film is when he's battling a Darth Vader-like figure in the swamps. And basically, there's this huge battle scene. It's very dramatic, but in the end, it's not Darth Vader, but it ends up being himself. So, before we jump into the main point of this whole speech, I just want to point out some quotes that Luke Skywalker has throughout the film where he basically says he can't do it, and he's very much complaining about everything that's going on, such as like, why didn't you tell me? I can't do it, Ben. I can't kill my father. I can't do it, R2. It's not like I like the Empire, but there's nothing I can do about it, and so on. So we see that Luke has kind of a negative mindset throughout this whole film, but he's trying to be very optimistic. So the point of the speech is Luke Skywalker directly benefits from nepotism throughout the whole series. So one of the most famous scenes in A New Hope is when Darth Vader is in his ship, and he is one of the best Jedi, as we know, and one of the best fighter pilots as well. And in this scene, we see that he had his shot lined up, and he could have killed Luke, but instead, he hits another ship and then ends up spiraling off and getting hurt, and Han Solo saves the day. So this was Darth Vader's first opportunity to to kill Luke. In Return of the Jedi, we also see that Luke gets all the credit for saving the galaxy multiple times, but in Return of the Jedi, when the second Death Star is created, he is not the one that actually blows it up. It's actually Lando Calrissian. This is an Empire Strikes Back, and here's another opportunity where Darth Vader has a chance to kill Luke, but instead he decides to cut his hand off, which is showing that he's had a lot of opportunities to kill Luke, but he doesn't. And also in Return of the Jedi, he has another chance to kill Luke, and we see that him and Emperor Palpatine, his right-hand man, have Luke right where they want him, but instead ends up killing the Emperor. So why does he not end up killing Luke? Because as we see throughout the movie, Vader starts to love his son. And maybe he didn't know at first that Luke was his son, but as the movie progresses, there's definitely this nepotism that is being given towards Luke because Vader is a very ruthless ruler and he had many opportunities to kill him, but instead he decides to spare him because he's his son. So, in conclusion, sorry.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
So this was one of the biggest scenes, and I believe that because of these scenes and because of all the facts, I believe that Luke Skywalker actually does benefit from nepotism throughout the whole entire series. Thank you for watching.